What's up, fighting fans? Tibz from the FightIQ channel. Today I'm here with Mean.
What's up?
We're gonna take a look at the UFC fight night that was last weekend in Mexico. Some nice stuff we saw there. We're not gonna make a full review like we usually do for UFC pay-per-view, but we're just gonna say, okay, what caught our eye during that event, and also give some performance bonuses.
Yes.
So let's get ready to rumble. Let's begin with what caught our eye during this event. Do you have something that comes first to mind?
It was a good card.
Good card.
Yeah, good crowd. When you last was it last week we had London? Or was it the week?
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah,
because that crowd felt a little bit flat.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you got this crowd that was like very active, supporting their local heroes.
The Mexican crowd is a good crowd.
So that is a good thing that I saw, that I liked.
Yeah, I also liked it. Yeah, and you can tell that they're really happy. They are people that likes fighters.
Exactly.
Yeah. They really enjoy watching fights, and they really support every fighter from their land.
Yeah,
so
I have a Mexican fighter.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
pretty cool.
But that's
pretty cool. Yeah, that should be normal for every country, but yeah, pretty cool to see. I liked that we saw some new faces
also
in the UFC, like what was his name? No, David Martinez. Bantamweight, comes from the contender series.
A good KO.
Yeah, the good performance. Of course, it's not against. I wouldn't say he's not talented. The opponent was Simon Oliveira, but it's somebody that had already 2 losses in the UFC in two fights. Really inactive. So I think that's a good build-up for David Martinez. I love the kicking game. Like he said, they were saying he was from karate. I think you could really tell. Great kicks, great timing, great movement. You could say that he was really eager to perform because he was really aggressive. And yeah, that's a good knockout. TKO actually, because it was stopped by the referee. Like good counter right, knocking down his opponent and finishing with ground and pound. I really like that one. I'm curious to see what they have in mind for him. I think it's good for the UFC to have Mexican fighter performing because they want to do more events in Mexico.
Yeah, they should, man. They got a lot of good Mexican fighters.
They want to do the UFC Noche in Guadalajara in September.
17 September or something.
Yeah, something. I don't remember the exact date, but yeah, September. So I think it's pretty cool if they have some faces to put there next time. So yeah, this I really liked this performance.
Do they have a Mexican? They don't have a Mexican champion right now.
They had Grasso, but not anymore. Moreno is also a champion. No Mexican champion. No.
Maybe somebody to fight for the Mexican belt.
Yeah, but
for the belt. I mean.
Could be depending on what Grasso will do in the next fight. It could be Grasso. Moreno is now back.
But he lost twice against right?
Pantoja.
I don't know if they're gonna do that again.
Do you have something else you liked?
Yeah, what you said. I like some good prospects.
Yeah.
Like the Cameroon guy.
Oh yeah.
The Ateba
Gucci. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a very good prospect.
Oh yeah. Some Ngannou vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I really liked also what he did. He like nothing fancy, like just basics, fundamentals, but powerful.
Very powerful.
And also really fast.
And young also.
And young. He's 22. Yeah,
so
22.
He has a lot of miles to go, man. With 22, with
he's
such
a beast.
Skills. Yeah,
he really looks like a beast. Yeah, I'm also curious to see what they're gonna do with him. Middleweight, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, middleweight, crowded, the middleweight division. So, yeah, I hope they're going to build him up nice because, not rush to.
Exactly, give him a few winnable fights.
because even the non-ranked fighters at middleweight, they are kind of
middleweight's like a shark
dangerous.
tank.
Yeah. Like Bo Nickel, I think he's not even ranked, and
Huh? Oh shit!
I wouldn't fight him.
Exactly.
No, that's great. I think it's nice also that we get some African prospects. I think this is a part of the world that is a bit underlooked by the big leagues. But if you see people that coming out of there for the last decade, you have some pretty good prospect. Yeah, pretty nice. Ateba Gauthier. Let's take a look at him in the future. I liked Borjas versus Rodriguez. Lazy boy, Ronaldo Rodriguez, you know, the young guy. Flyweight fight.
That was a good one. I thought Rodriguez was a little bit too flashy.
I think he wanted too much to do something sensational.
Crazy backspin flip KO, something like that.
I like real stuff. Yeah.
He was. I think if he was a little bit more composed and not so flashy, could have maybe.
Yeah. Also fighting in front of his crowd.
Exactly.
He wanted to prove something.
He was hyped up. You saw he was really hyped up.
But he's really young. He's like 25, I think. So also a lot to learn. But he was on a 2 or 3 fight win streak, I think. So
but it was a good fight though.
Yeah, I think it's my. Not spoiler too much, but it was in the discussion for me as fight of the night. I really liked it. A lot of exchange. I love the attitude of both. Like they were really
also the
willing.
Holloway pointing to the ground and let's go. But the other guy was like, I don't know.
He was winning.
It was like, I don't know if I want to take this risk. Just let me circle a little bit.
Also, Borjas was on a 2-fight losing streak, so he wanted to save his ass from getting kicked out. I think he did great. It was a great fight. A lot of great striking, good movement. I love that Borjas was always trying to stick and move. Yeah. And Rodriguez a bit too much waiting for the big
the crowd hyped him up a little bit too much. So, but it was a nice performance.
Yeah, I like Lazy Boy Rodriguez. I hope he's gonna come back soon. Maybe also UFC Noche, September is
why not?
Or like 6 months away. Yeah, it can be a good time for him.
He's a crowd favorite, I guess. So
they love him. Yeah, they love him.
And it's like how many months away?
6 months.
Plenty of time, I think.
Yeah. What do I have next on my list? Oh, Lupita Godinez against Julia Polastri. I think it was the only female fight.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Yeah, I really liked it also. To be honest, I was looking at the prelims and I was like not so impressed. And then came that fight and I was like, okay, that's good fight. Godinez really looking sharp in the boxing, and then changing levels, taking Polastri down. I really like that. She's really looking sharp, Godinez. But yeah, Polastri really badass. Like walking her down, she was taking so many shots, and she kept marching forward. I thought that was really cool. And at the third round, like really slugfest. Yeah, she almost finished Godinez. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
And I liked it. Nice to see also Godinez back in the win column, because she had a tough time versus Mackenzie Dern and then John Diroba. So pretty nice. I think Godinez can be in the future title contender, I think. Not now, but maybe in 1 year or 2, we'll talk about her again.
And I didn't expect Vince from Hell Pichel. I always liked his nickname, so that's why I remember that. Pichel, I didn't know he was still fighting.
Yeah.
I was watching, hey, that's Vince from Hell.
It gives me a vibe of Sean Strickland. I don't know why.
Exactly, he's like a little bit redneck.
The old Sean Strickland. I don't know. I like him also.
Yeah, I like him. That's why I was surprised that he still fighting. He's 42 or something. So.
Yeah, 42. I think he's one of the oldest fighters on the roster. But still looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. One of the fights I was really looking forward to. Rosas Jr.
Of course.
Chihuahua. Yeah, I have to say, I'm sometimes a bit harsh on Rosas Jr. because I think he has a crazy potential. But he's only 20 years old. So a lot to learn. And I think he showed some great improvement in that fight. I loved the fact that he started using his hands to and good efficiently.
And the scrambles on the ground was also nice.
Yeah, and the scramble was great. And also I think that Morales was the perfect fighter to test him because now I think Rosas Jr. is close to a top 15 opponent.
I think so.
And I think it was perfect to fight Morales to see if he can reach that top 15. He should fight one more non-ranked opponent because he was in trouble.
Yeah, the last couple of rounds, couple of minutes.
Yeah,
he was. It was tough.
Like Morales was really close to finish to submit him.
Almost. I think if it had like a few more minutes.
Yeah, maybe a few seconds even, because he was really fighting for his life.
I saw his face like.
Yeah, he was really fighting for his life. But good scramble. Also one of the best fights on that card.
Yeah.
Rosas Jr. really improving. The striking is getting pretty decent, and the grappling is elite. I think he's one of the best grappler in that division. Just needs to become more complete, because now the threat when you're fighting him is really the ground, and Morales showed that it's also possible to trap him on the ground. So yeah, let's take a look at what will be next for him. I'd like to see him fight against this year. He's young, he needs to fight to get that experience, and yeah, I'd love him to fight somebody unranked but close to the rankings before getting that top 15 opponents.
Had a good entrance also coming in with his Mexican head and his all.
Yeah,
I like those.
he's a likable character.
Yeah.
He's a likable character.
And he maybe if he goes like this, he might become the youngest champion in history if he breaks John Jones' record.
Yeah, but I like what he wants to be the youngest champion, but he accepts that UFC is trying to build him up nicely.
Yeah.
They're not burning him because he's already five fights in the UFC.
Something like that. You lost one?
Yeah, he lost one. And 5 fights, you're 20 years old, that's pretty crazy.
In the UFC it is.
And they could have given him a top 15 opponent already. I'm glad they didn't, and I hope they will not in his next fight. But I think they're trying to build a new superstar with him.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He's worth it.
Yeah, he is. Something else you liked? Or that really caught your eye?
I liked Moreno's, his style.
Oh, Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, I like his stance, his style, like how he moves.
So weird.
Yeah, it's so weird, but it's effective.
It is.
And it's fast.
Yeah, he's
like
fast.
He's like not doing, and then bam.
Yeah. He's really messing you up because you think you're in a rhythm against him, and then he hits you, you're like, blitz. Okay. And then he continue dictating the pace, so you're like getting used to that pace, and then you change again. That was good. That was good.
I really liked that matchup. Yeah.
It was a good matchup. We talked off camera, but Urseg is really a great mixed martial artist. Too bad that he's now on a 3-fight losing streak, because he fought only...
He's fighting only killers, bro.
Yeah, great competition, and I think this fight, it could have gone either way, because first 2 rounds, I think Moreno takes the first 2 rounds.
First 2, definitely.
Good boxing, changing, like we said, changing the pace, changing the angles, like with fighting style. But then he faded a bit, and Urseg was getting his groove on. Like the range was good for him. He was hitting and not getting hit. And yeah, for me it was everything in the 5th round, because for me there were two rounds each before the last round, and I think it could have gone either way, but Moreno showed a bit more.
Yeah. I think so.
A little bit more.
A little bit more aggression also. I think
more aggression. The ground at the end, the ground control for 1 minute.
He had more killer instinct. Like, okay, I'm gonna maybe lose this fight. Let's give it all. That's what I missed of Ursig.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely. But Astro Boy, I can't wait to see him back, because maybe they burned him too quick, because he was number 10 when he fought Pantoja.
Number 10.
So that was a great step up. He was not ridiculous at all against Pantoja, then knocked out by Kaikara France. That happens. And now losing to Moreno, who is number 2 in the rankings. So make him fight somebody from top 5 to top 10. let's.
Yeah, man. Give Usyk an easy matchup next month.
Maybe not easy, but more is range. More is range.
It's only killers at the top.
Yeah, and Moreno back in title discussion.
Also.
Asking also at the post-fight interview to be in Guadalajara in September, so I'm pretty sure he was gonna be there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you do not. I think if you want to fill an arena in Mexico, Moreno is
Moreno's one key star for that market.
Maybe Yair Rodriguez, those kind of guys.
Exactly.
Like they need to be on the card if you want to fill the arena. Really good fight, Moreno Usyk. I had something more. I really liked the performance of Edgar Chairez against CJ Vergara, flyweight matchup. Chairez, that crazy looking guy, I feel like bald, full of tattoos.
Bro, it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary. He has not the best record. He's now 12-6 after that win against Vergara. But he's still young. He's 29. He's showing a lot of progress at the UFC. And now I love that he was setting the pressure, but not throwing too much punches. So just the threat was his movement. He didn't really put a lot of volume, but everything was on point and touching. And then when he hit Vergara in the chin,
it was almost lights out.
And then he jumped on the rear naked choke, got it. Really emotional also at the end. That was a beautiful.
It was a nice speech about his grandfather. Yeah.
So
almost got me teary-eyed.
It was crazy. You see those guys like hitting each other like hell, and then the guy cries in an interview, and you're like, oh.
Like that, man. Yeah. There's so much emotion.
And Mexican fighter, I noticed that a lot. Moreno was also like they don't give a crap about crying in public. Yeah, that's not a problem for them. So that's nice to see that also that part of MMA, a lot of emotions going on. So Chairez, I really liked that performance, and tough division, the flyweight. I don't know where he stands. He's not in the top 15. I don't know if he's close from it or not, but I like the character.
Was it Drew Dober?
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention this. Yeah, scary, eh?
That was
I like Mike Beltran as a referee, but this stoppage.
I understand also like he had a difficult position to look, because I think he thought he was grabbing the leg.
Yeah.
But it was a tough, maybe really 15 punches. Too much.
I think Larasenko said 13 punches.
Sheesh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But he wasn't out cold, so...
Yeah, but he was not conscious. Like
he wasn't conscious.
When he got up, he wanted to fight.
He wanted to fight. He was like... He didn't know what happened.
I think he got... Light switched out.
He got KO and then he woke up again. Yeah. He woke up again from the punches.
I don't know, man. First of all, when I saw that this was the co-main, I was a bit disappointed.
Me too.
Because I
really wanted also Joe Pyfer.
Yeah.
Against
Gastelum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Dober. Like he has 40 fights in MMA. He's a veteran.
Strong jaw.
Manuel Torres, I saw him a few times at the UFC. I'm not completely sold, but he's good, definitely. And that fight, that was really unnecessary that it went that long. You could see that he was not fighting back.
Yeah.
Even if he was not cold, he was not fighting back.
Exactly. So, he was just laying there holding the leg.
But Torres, I think, with that win, is close also to top 15 because he's on three wins in a row, I think. No, sorry. He's 4-1 in his last 5. And the fight before he lost to Bahamondes, who is number 15.
Okay.
So I think maybe one next fight, and after that he could pretend to rankings if he wins, Manuel Torres. So pretty cool. Disappointed about Joe Pyfer and Gastelum not fighting.
Something about what? I don't know. Something with the stomach or so.
Yeah, I call bullshit a bit because no, I don't say that he fakes this Pyfer. I'm pretty sure if he step out of a fight on a what was it, 24 hours?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there's a good reason, but the what he said in the media, I was like, really, man? Like, you're gonna put that on the Mexican food or whatever? Yeah, it could have happened anywhere.
Exactly.
He had something going on with his stomach. But don't put that on Mexican food or water or whatever. You just run out of luck. Next time would be better, but that's bullshit, man. Say, I'm not fighting on US soil, so that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yes.
Really bullshit. That was it for the noticeable stuff.
I think so.
Yeah? Now we're gonna give some performance bonuses. I'm curious to hear who you have as a KO of the night. Because there was a few KO, and I'm really curious the one you have. Because there was Torres against Dober, that was a KO.
Yeah, that was not exciting KO. It was a great KO. I think the...
Martinez against
the
Ateba Gauthier. Yeah, this is mine.
Yeah,
this is mine.
I think I had that one also.
I like the knee to the face. Oh,
it was violent.
I love when there is KO with knees. I love it.
Yeah,
it's so spectacular, and this one was clean. Like, this was a real KO. Like, combo, bam, knee to the face from the clinch.
Dead.
Bam, out. You know that was finished.
You know that was...
So, this is also my KO of the night. So, Ateba Gauthier, first fight at the UFC, KO of the night. That's pretty crazy.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's next for him. For real. Yeah, submission is easy. There was only one.
There was only one.
Chaires, good submission, good grit. Like, really willing to finish the fight. So that's and after that the post-fight speech. So happy that he finished the fight that way. And then we have fight of the night. This one is hard because there were a few. The
main event was was good.
Yeah. I had two on my list. So Moreno Ursek, main event. 5 rounds, a lot of action. Mostly boxing, by the way, but really good action, high level. But I think I'm gonna go with Borjas against Rodriguez. Like the crazy attitude from both, willing to take each other out.
It was very entertaining.
The Holloway thing at the end. This is starting to become a bit trend or something. But good performance from both guys, and that was really a really great fight in terms of action. So I would say Borjas Rodriguez fight of the night for me.
I think also.
You too?
I have that.
Yeah. And bullshit of the night, Joe Pyfer. Sorry, I love Joe Pyfer. I love his style, but this is...
And you heard the mess up that Bruce Buffer made? It was very...
Oh yeah, he said
the wrong name, and then he tried to correct it, and then... Daniel Cormier was like, time is up or something.
That was Jamal Emmers, right? The second fight on the card.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Bruce is the best. So.
Maybe he presented thousands of fights, and there's maybe 2 or 3 mix up. So
we're not perfect.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Today was a short one. We didn't want to spend too much time on it, but I think it was nice to review. Always events in Mexico are pretty cool, so that's always nice to review.
Exactly.
What is the next card? Next UFC card?
What's this guy? The knockout guy? Emmett. Josh Emmett.
Oh, Josh Emmett versus Leron Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh, the British. Our British friend. Also really good. That's a nice main event.
Yeah. Man.
That's a really nice main event. Josh Emmett, Leron Murphy for the next fight, the next UFC fight night. Is it at the Apex? Yeah, it's at the Apex. That sucks.
That's but
right. There's a good card, by the way. This is a card I think if they would have done it in an arena, it would be pretty nicely sold, because there is, like, when I take a look at it, I see some names.
There's a lot of fights.
Yeah, and I see some names. For example, there's Daniel Franza. Debut for Daniel Franza that won at the UFC Dynamite Contender Series last season, so in the summer. We interviewed him on this channel where he was still fighting at LFA.
Yeah, go look it back.
So go look back at the interview and also take a look at the fight, because yeah, that guy can knock you out like light. So be careful. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the knockout. And then we have some pretty interesting fight. There is, of course, the main event, Josh Emmett, Leon Murphy, but there's Joe Anderson Brito against Pat Sabatini as a co-main, featherweight division. We have Cortavius Romeus against Chang Oh Lee.
Okay.
Kennedy Nzechukwu, Martin Budai. Yeah, this is heavyweight. Oh. John Merchant.
GM3.
Yeah, coming out of a loss against the leader. I really like Merchant also. I think he's really talented on the ground. Against Brad Tavares, also a veteran. Robert Valentin, Torres Fini, two Dynamite Contender Series alumni. Interesting. Luis Gurule against Ode Osborne at flyweight. Luis Gurule, a great prospect on the regional scene, is undefeated, 10-0, also worth a look. David Grant against Daniel Santos, veteran against newcomer. Diony Barbosa against Diana Belbitsa. Diony, also, who we interviewed on that channel, the first to come in the FightIQ Unplugged, and pretty dope person, but also really gifted athlete. So go cheer for her. And then what do we got? Victor Henry, Pedro Falcão, Vanessa Demopoulos, Talita Alankar, and Loma Logbunmi Istela Nunes. Okay, yeah, that's interesting card. Interesting card. I think we have PFL coming also our way soon. I wonder if it's not. No, it's not this weekend. I think it's the next that PFL comes back.
Tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also something interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I want to see what GFL is gonna do.
Yeah, interesting.
I want to see
Kukui against Dylan Dennis. This one's gonna be fun. I want
to see how it looks, how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
I think it's gonna be. To be honest, I think it's gonna be entertaining.
Exactly.
For
how long?
Yeah. Because it's mostly former.
Exactly. We know everybody almost.
We know everybody. They kind of passed their prime in glory, but some of them have still a lot to give, I think.
Yeah.
So it might be interesting, but I don't think it will be UFC level.
No.
But still, I'm curious, so I will watch for sure.
Yeah, that's the more options, that's the better.
Yeah, right. Okay, guys. So that's it for us today. As usual, punch those like and subscribe buttons. It helps us a lot.
Do that.
We have a new format coming. We will try with me to make a new recurring format that will be called the FightIQ Rank Wars, where we'll be ranking or fighters or a moment like KO, submissions in form of top 10. I hope you guys will like it and you will join in this adventure. We'll try to do that at least once a month, maybe more if we have time. And we hope you will like it.
You must.
Yeah. Until then, enjoy the fights. See you later.
And speaking about Mexicans, free Cain Velasquez.